Prime Minister, the cost of living proposals or propositions you've requested, what price pressure points do you want those to target?
What we want is to take pressure off people who are feeling pressure as a result of global inflation. This has had an impact. Australians, of course, were hit by the pandemic, and then they were hit by global inflation, which was a result of two global impacts. One was the ongoing supply issues related to the pandemic, and the second, of course, was the illegal Russian invasion of Ukraine. That had an impact on prices here, as they did right around the world. So we're very conscious about those cost of living pressures. That's why we've introduced a range of measures, including fee-free TAFE, but in addition to that, our energy price relief plan, our plan that has made an enormous difference in reducing the price of medicines. That's why we've also undertaken increases in rent relief, for example, the largest increase in rent assistance for 30 years, along with other measures that we took, assisting single mums, assisting others.
Will the government agree to Ukraine's request to send coal there? They're already off their way through winter now.
Look, we'll give consideration. I note the comments of the ambassador from Ukraine who was talking about next October, next winter, was what he was talking about in today's Australian Financial Review.
Just in terms of the documents, are you concerned that there's been a cover-up here?
Well, that's why we have asked Dennis Richardson to do the review. I'm not aware of the circumstances, obviously. I wasn't a member of the Cabinet or the NSC in 2003. Dennis Richardson is, there is no public servant in Australia who is more respected than Dennis Richardson, former head of senior person in defence, in foreign affairs, in national security agencies, and he'll report within the next 2 weeks about these circumstances. But I say that's one element, but secondly as well, we need transparency, and there is a need for the release of these documents. The current head of PM&C was only notified of the failure to forward the 78 documents just before Christmas.
Just on the cost of living propositions again, have you requested specific help for particular areas, like with power bills, for example, or with insurance? Have you made specific requests?
We've asked Treasury and Finance, as we did in the lead up to the last budget. We asked them to give consideration to what are the measures that can take pressure off families on cost of living without putting pressure on inflation. That's the key issue here. If you were just to distribute additional cash to people, you potentially make inflation worse and therefore don't help to solve the problem. That is the objective. And that's why, for example, in the energy price relief plan that we designed, it has actually been more effective than what was predicted and anticipated. Because instead of giving cheques to people, it reduced their bills substantially, and we worked that through with Treasury and Finance, and it made a substantial difference in a reduction in wholesale prices.